Hello, friends. Robert Bevan here, author of the Caverns Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories. With me is Sam West, and today we'll be talking about the spell Beast Bond. Now, I'm starting off with a good attitude on this one, but Sam's face looks like he's going to tell me I'm wrong. All right. Before you do that, what does the spell do?
Okay. Beast Bond is a Druid Ranger spell. It's a first level spell. It takes concentration and lasts 10 minutes. You need to touch the thing you'd like to beast bond. You establish a telepathic link with a beast you touch that is friendly or charmed. The spell fails if its int is 4 or higher. All of these words are very important. Until it ends, the link is active while you and the beast are within line of sight of each other. Through the link, they can understand your telepathic message, or understand you and send telepathic messages back and forth. They communicate secret emotions back to you. While the link is active, it has advantage on attack rolls against any creature within 5 feet of you can see. So all this does, out the gate, should you be able to find a creature, a beast with int 4 or less that is friendly or charmed to you, is give it advantage of attack rolls against creatures within 5 feet of you. That is the whole of the text of Beast Bond. And it is not intuitive, nor is it outwardly all that helpful.
Yeah, it's starting to break down already.
Yup. Because when the first pass of this, you go, oh, gives advantage on my beast's attack rolls. That's sweet. Within 5 feet of it. Oh no, within 5 feet of me. Oh, that's interesting. So I guess I'll start with this. Bob, what immediate character jumps to your mind that would want Beast Bond?
Ranger.
I think there's one that stands out, right? Yeah, Ranger. There's the Beast Conclave Ranger, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the one in the player's handbook is infamous. I will go as far to say it is one of the worst things they've ever printed as far as mechanics goes. It is awful. The gist of it is you get a CR 1/4 or lower beast, which are all pretty bad. And you can spend your whole turn giving it a command to attack with 1 attack roll. With Beast Bond, you can give it advantage.
Whoa. If you are within 5 feet of your enemy.
Correct. And if you're a ranger with a longbow and you have a beast companion, I have a hunch the duo there is it goes and it's like a fetch kind of thing, right? Where it goes and kills the thing and you shoot it. In which case, this spell just doesn't function. So you have to be within 5 feet with your sword out and not attacking with that sword. That's where we're starting. And that is the best case scenario. Because it only goes downhill from there.
Yeah, because before I actually gave it a lot of thought, immediately upon reading the spell, I thought, oh man, you're out in the woods, you find some enemies and a bear, and but no, bears probably most of the time not going to be friendly to you unless
you can hit it with animal friendship for an action, and then spend another action casting.
You have to invest to get this to work.
Yeah, you have to get within 5 feet of the bear, animal friendship the bear, beast bond the bear. So that's 2 turns to give it advantage on attack rolls against creatures next to you.
And all this has to be, around, 10 minutes to when you're planning on fighting. It's not often that I'm in a fight and a bear happens by and is friendly.
Would you believe me if I told you it gets worse?
Oh, there's more.
Oh, there is more. This is really profoundly stupid how this turned out. Okay, so to understand why this is so stupid, we have to have some context about when this spell was made and what came after it. So Beast Bond was a hot fix, if you will, to try to help rangers with the Beastmaster Conclave that were, it wasn't even the Conclave at the time, Beastmaster Archetype that was in the player's handbook that was, as I prefaced earlier, abysmally bad, like unusably terrible. You'd actively feel like, oh my god, I'm giving up D6 plus 3 attack rolls to make a D6 plus 1 attack roll. That's where you were at with Beastmaster Ranger. It was terrible. So they released Beast Bond as a supplement to it, so now you could try the fantasy a little bit better by giving an advantage on the attack rolls against things within 5 feet of you. Okay, that's bad, but at least I understand why it exists. So they go down the road and release Xanathar's Guide to Everything, which releases a new variant of Beastmaster Conclave, or Beastmaster Ragers, the Beastmaster Conclave, which gives you a variant feature called Primal Companion. And this gives you a beast under your control that you can control the bonus action. It's way better. You can have that beast run around and do a bunch of cool different shit. Fun fact, that beast's intelligence is 8, which means Beast Spawn just straight up doesn't work.
Oh my goodness.
Yup. So they finally have an option that gives you the, side-by-side Dristuarden feel, right? 2 swords next to your Panther, getting in there, slashing and hacking. Yeah, it doesn't work. It does not literally function.
Man, why?
Oof.
Why do they have that intelligence thing in there? That's seems unnecessary.
I completely agree. It's wild to me because they knew going into development of making this new option that this spell existed. The spell was released for free in the Elemental Evil Players Companion, and this thing having the new Primal Companion having it in doesn't meaningfully affect it in almost any way. Int saves are ridiculously rare. It's still a beast, so it's still within the scope of a very a 4 int is it's a smart wolf, you can train and tame it and all that stuff, and obeys your commands perfectly, sure, whatever. Why did they do this? It's baffling to me.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you've sold me on how bad this is.
I really want the viewers to walk away from this going, wow, I'm never ever casting Beast Bond, because it is that bad. It is uncastably terrible.
Yeah, I'm
struggling
to think of when you would use this.
This takes your concentration and then forces you to be within 5 feet of creatures trying to kill you.
Which, I mean, that doesn't bother. Yeah.
If they're hitting you, it's not sticking up very long.
Yeah. Then you've got an angry bear.
Yeah. And I don't get it. I don't get why they thought this would fix problems. I don't get all of the decisions they made around the whole of Beastmaster Ranger. It's just been the greatest historical mess of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. The biggest controversy as far as design perspective goes is this option. I just love looking at it and being this is so bad.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it, right? It's terrible.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you win this round.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Rangers of you out there, I will say the primal option is pretty good on its own. Just don't take Beastpawn. Beastpawn's terrible.
Got a rating?
1. Garbage.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was going into this thinking 3, but no, it's 1.
Literally uncastable, but yeah, it's awful.
All right. Well, that was Beast Bond. Thank you, Sam, for enlightening me one more time. And thank you, everyone, for listening and watching. We will see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, informative, or entertaining, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button below. You needn't smash it. A gentle tap will suffice. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And make sure you check out the links in the description, where you'll find my Caverns and Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels, Sam's full review of the spell, and other fun things.